This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions event management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit ProStyleProduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knott. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit MinotHockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
18 seconds. You see the clock. Lewis. Manson. Now Lewis inside. Turn around. Can't get it. Williams. Offensive board and scores! With 7 seconds to go. We're tied at 46.
hustle, determination, the sheer will to win. It's time for high school basketball on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's go to the hardwood. For the Planet Pizza Countdown to Tip-Off, here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Hulberg.
Well, a Friday night to the Magic City has one of the best games of the West region in store for you here tonight. It's a Wild West showdown with St. Mary's and Minot High inside of the gymnasium here at Magic City campus. Good evening and welcome into the Planet Pizza pregame show. Nick Hulberg here for the call tonight of this boys high school basketball matchup that features the visiting St. Mary's Saints coming in at 4-10 in the West region. They currently hold down the number 8 spot in the West. They take on the home team tonight, Minot High, that sits on a 10-4 mark inside of the West. They're currently tied for second place in the standings in the West region. Well, when you look at the standings, things are certainly a logjam all the way from the top to the bottom. We'll go through that in just a moment as we get geared up for the Planet Pizza pregame show here tonight. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza can be reached tonight at 701-852-1700. They'll deliver the entire ball game log here tonight. They sure like the hardwood. They also like to serve up the best pizza in the Magic City. It's been that way for 20 years. Big thank you to Planet Pizza bringing you the pregame show here tonight for Minot High St. Mary's boys high school basketball. The girls played last night. It was St. Mary's that had the upper hand. It was a ball game that came right down to the wire, but it was St. Mary's that ended up defeating the Magents here on their home floor. Just like last night, tonight is pink night for Minot High and St. Mary's here in Magic City's gymnasium. A salute to the fight against cancer tonight, a unique night for both teams, I guess is a way to say it. And to say it, it definitely draws some emotion for everybody involved, including the St. Mary's head coach tonight, Brent DeCook, who currently is battling cancer. He's on his third bout with it. There's proceeds of silent auctions tonight that are going to go towards the St. Mary's coach. I just had the opportunity to speak with him. What a guy he is, and his positivity on life and his battle is certainly something that brought a smile and goosebumps here to me here tonight. So playing for more than just a big region win tonight, playing for a cause tonight. Minot High comes into this one after they get done knocking off Belcourt. They get the win at Turtle Mountain. It was Jackson Gunville that went off for Minot High. Gunville in the game needed 9 points to surpass 1,000 career points at Minot High School. He gets it done in the 107-76 win. Gunville now has 1,000 career points for the Magi. Gotta like seeing that. Let's see how he does here tonight against the St. Mary's ball team. When we come back to the Planet Pizza countdown and tip-off, we'll dive further into the numbers of this one. We'll give you the standings from around the region. We'll also take a look at who to watch for here tonight. Minot High and St. Mary's lock horns inside the gymnasium at Magic City campus. Should be a good one in this West Region affair tonight. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoy the ball game tonight. We know we certainly will. You're listening to the Planet Pizza pregame show for Minot High Magicians basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza.
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions event management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit ProStyleProduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Hulberg.
Jackson Gunville from Minot High is the all-time school record holder for the most three-pointers in his career. He just surpassed Jeff Brandt on the all-time scorers list with cracking the 1,000-point mark just the other night. Tonight, his Minot High Magicians go toe-to-toe against St. Mary's the Saints here tonight at the Magic City campus in Minot, North Dakota. Nick Hulberg, glad to have you aboard for the Planet Pizza pregame show tonight. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Give Planet Pizza a call now. They will deliver this entire ball game. If you're listening in Bismarck, might not be able to get it there in time for the end of this one here tonight. But if you're in the Magic City, don't miss out on the Blue Buffalo Pizza. That's my personal favorite. That stuff is fantastic. PlanetPizzaND.com. Well, you speak of fantastic and entertaining. Planet Pizza is not the only place for that. The West Region of North Dakota Boys High School basketball is a place that is certainly a topic of conversation around the sports world in North Dakota. The West Region standings right now, it's a complete logjam. Here's how they read. According to the WDA standings as of this afternoon, Jamestown holds down the number one spot. They've got 11 conference wins. They're 11-1 in conference play, 12-1 overall for the Blue Jays. Then you've got Bismarck High, Minot, and Mandan that all have 10 wins on the year. Minot High and Bismarck both have the same record at 10-4 in conference play. You've got Mandan at 10-5. They've played one extra game, so they find their way at the bottom of that list of the three teams that are tied for second. Then you've got Bismarck Century, Dickinson, and Legacy, all with 8 conference wins. Century's mark is 8-5, Dickinson's 8-6, and Legacy's 8-7. Then you fall off the table after that to the 8th spot inside of the West Region. You've got St. Mary's at 4-10. They're tied with Williston, who also sits at 4-10. Turtle Mountain's at 3-12, followed by Watford City rounding out the list at 0-12 on the year. So that gives you an idea of how important tonight's matchup really is for the Magicians here on their home floor, looking to see if they can't leap past Bismarck High and tie Jamestown for the top spot inside of conference play. They're going to look to Deontay Martinez tonight to put up 38 points against Bismarck High in a loss last week at Bismarck High. 38 tonight. My goodness. It's Xbox numbers for most of us that hear this game here tonight. Martinez and Gunville lead the way for Minot High. On the other side, it's a St. Mary's team that's led by Jackson Wiseman. He averages 17 points per game. He's also good from the charity stripe, 63% from there. From field goal percentage shooting, he sits at 48%. Wiseman followed by Drew Dosh, who averages 10.3 points per game. Bad news for St. Mary's. Dosh is out of the lineup here tonight. He has an injury that will not allow him to be in the presence of the floor tonight, so Dosh is out. That's big news for the Magi. You can also scratch Nick Schumacher off the list and Thomas Jackson as well. It's a St. Mary's team that, according to the head coach, Brent DeCook, is just a bit banged up tonight, and it comes at a bad time because Minot High comes in raring. They're at the gate ready to rock and roll. They're a ball team that is certainly looking to pick up more wins and win another region crowd for Minot High. They've done that how many times? Well, 19. Last time was in 2017. Will this be a year again that they can get it done? St. Mary's comes to the floor. Minot High will do the same. We'll have the national anthem in just a moment, but first let's hear from the head coach of the Minot High Magicians, Dean Winchesky, and I caught up in the Planet Pizza Coach's Corner. We'll hear that next, and then we'll get ready to tip it off here tonight. Minot High, St. Mary's, a West Region affair here on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is Minot High Magicians Basketball.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for
It's time for the Planet Pizza pregame Coach's Corner. Get your game plan for laser tag in the largest laser tag playground in the region. Did we mention the cheesy, delicious, mouth-watering first bite of a Planet Pizza pizza? Now, here's the matchups insight with the Planet Pizza Coach's Corner.
It's the Coach's Corner brought to you by Planet Pizza. We're joined now by the Minot High head coach, Mr. Dean Winchesky. And first of all, Coach, thanks for some time again here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
St. Mary's is the opponent tonight for the Magi that are right now currently sitting in the second spot in the West Region, tied with Bismarck. This is a team of yours that's 10-4 in the West Region. Just touch on how things have been going just as a whole as of late.
Well, I like where our team is progressing. We've had some frustrating moments against good teams. The one thing about our league this year is it's really, really balanced. So if you have an off night shooting it or you don't take care of the little things, you're going to get beaten. That happened to us both against Mandan and Bismarck a couple weeks ago. And so we have to get back to doing little things correctly and really being a better team, playing as a team offensively. So our season's long enough where you get a chance to kind of make some corrections, and that's kind of the mode we're in right now, trying to fix the things that we weren't doing very well.
Talk about that distribution of scoring across the sheet. A kid like Gunville who reaches 1,000 career points, and then Martinez really stepping it up as of late. Talk about Martinez just a little bit and Gunville a bit more.
Yeah, well, Deontay is a strange kid because we actually have to tell him to be aggressive. Most kids, you have to kind of rein back a little bit. But I think he's so worried about being a playmaker and doing things right that I don't know if he's as aggressive as he should be or could be. And he has been the last two games, and that's who he has to be. He's got to force the issue a little bit at times to get into the lane and make decisions. And when he's able to get in there and score, and we become a very good basketball team because then teams have to go help off of him, and then he's able to find shooters, and that gets guys like John and Tucker and Derry open opportunities. And Jackson's a lot the same way. When he's had his big moments like he had the other night, or he had against Mandan, he's been able to get down into the lane and get to the line a little bit. Sometimes a kid like Jackson who shoots it that well wants to fall in love with deep shots, and he's got to kind of fight that urge. Yes, we want him to take open deep shots, but he's also got to play downhill and become a basketball player.
Your team has been really good on the boards this year, rebounding your opponents on the season by 101. Tonight you go against St. Mary's that's had some trouble on the boards, being out-rebounded 139 as a deficit tonight. How much do you key in on picking up the ball off the boards here tonight?
Well, it's funny. It doesn't matter who you play in our league. If you don't rebound, you're not going to win. And if you look at the 4 games we've lost, especially early in basketball games, we haven't rebounded. And the games that we've won, we've done a very good job on the glass. So if you want to talk about a major key, right there it is. If we rebound early and we play with effort, I think we're going to have an opportunity to be successful. So the offense has kind of been there most nights. When we haven't rebounded and our effort hasn't been great, that's when we've been a mess. So, we can pinpoint it. Now it's up to the kids to fix it.
It's kind of a one-man band for St. Mary's on the score sheet or from the stats, as it seems, with Wiseman leading the way with 17. Next closest is Dosh with 10.3. Do you key in on a player like Wiseman tonight, extra keying in on him tonight?
Yeah, we've got to make sure we keep Jackson out of the lane. He's a tremendously athletic kid, very quick, capable shooter from deep, but really good at getting into the lane and creating opportunities for himself. And so we've got to make him give the ball up and force other people to have to make shots. Unfortunately for Drew Dosh, he broke his wrist the other day. So if you see a young man with a splint on his hand, he won't be playing tonight. But they've got other kids that are capable. The Gross kid shoots it very well, number 23. He's just back. And then they kind of surround him with other kids that are all capable of getting into the lane. They're not terribly big. They have the Haas kid who's got decent size. And then they got, obviously, the big freshman out here playing or sophomore that's getting a little more time. But when it comes down to it, it's how we rebound, keeping them out of the lane, and then playing as a team offensively.
Final thing tonight, you're playing for a special cause in the cancer night here tonight. The pink uniforms for your ball team and some charities that receive a little extra love tonight. You want to touch on that, what it means to be playing for that cause here tonight?
Well, everybody who likes high school basketball and goes to games always looks at the outcome of things. What people don't realize is the impact that these young men can have just by being part of it. Coach Brent DeCook has been a friend of mine since he got into the league. He's a tremendous man, and I was fortunate to be a part of a benefit that we put on for him last year in the spring and raise some money for him and his family as he fights cancer. Now he's on the third round of it, and it's been an amazing process to see his attitude. And in fact, he gave one of the most inspiring quotes I've ever heard, and he says he stole it, but being a preacher's kid, I'm pretty sure if he stole it, it was from his old man. But he said, let the light inside of you shine brighter than the lights that's on you. So you want to talk about that, a guy that has proper perspective. He's got cancer in his body, and he comes to work. He's got a great attitude. He treats people the way they're supposed to. So there isn't a more deserving person that we have here than him that we can be supportive of, because the impact that he's having not only on his own kids, but we've had kids that played in that benefit last year that still talk about him. So, just to be a small part of that is awful. It gives you a nice feeling inside.
Absolutely. Best of luck here tonight against St. Mary's.
All right, thank you.
That's Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Minot High Magicians. When we come back to the Planet Pizza Countdown to tip-off, we'll dive further into the numbers. It's St. Mary's and Minot High tonight. This is Minot High Magicians basketball.
Of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit minothockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. There's a beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, performed tonight by two sophomores at Minot High. Jersey Johnson and Aaron Oster, fantastic job on the national anthem here tonight as the introductions of both teams now take place inside the gymnasium here at Magic City campus. Well, we listened to that coach from Dean Wincheski. There was a celebration at center court. Wincheski was on the microphone inside the venue here live real time. He gave a quick speech congratulating Jackson Gunville on being one of only 8 players all time for Minot High to break 1,000 career points. Gunville did that in Bell Court with an 18-foot jump shot at 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the first half last week. There was a celebration for that, followed by some pretty emotional words from the head coach of the St. Mary's Saints, Brent DeCook. He spoke about his battle with cancer, how it's been going on for the last 3 years, and how he couldn't be where he is right now without the support of everyone in the venue here tonight and everyone in the community supporting him and around him. Thank God for that as well here tonight. It was very emotional. Tonight both teams play for him and all the cancer fighters and survivors. We remember those that we lost from that terrible disease as well here tonight. They are selling pink t-shirts tonight. There's a silent auction, proceeds going to Brent DeCook and the Vigestead family from here in the Magic City. An emotional night for many here tonight at the campus of Magic City. Crowd starts to fill up. We're just about at capacity here tonight for this West Region affair with Minot High and Bismarck St. Mary's. You hear the official introductions inside the gymnasium as Minot High wears special uniforms tonight. They've got white with pink on the uniforms. It says Magicians across the chest. They'll go against St. Mary's tonight. They are decked out in all blue. It says St. Mary's in square font right across the chest with the number on the front and the back. Blue uniforms with just a bit of gray trim. The numbers are outlined in white. Official introductions just about come to a close. Here's who to listen for tonight. Minot High's Jackson Gunville, one of the best to ever come through the program at Minot High. Keep in mind this is a team in a program that has 17 state titles. Gunville's known as one of the best that has ever suited up for the maroon and gold. Averaging 23 points per game, 48% shooting percentage from three land, and he cracked 1,000 the other night. Deontay Martinez averaging 14 a game for the Magicians. He's second in scoring, followed by Easton Larson, 12.6 points per game. More importantly, 8.1 rebounds per game for Easton Larson. On the other side for St. Mary's, they're led by Jackson Wiseman, 17 points for him per average per game, followed by Drew Dosh and Evan Gross. Dosh is a scratch tonight, mark him off the list. Evan Gross averaging 11.6 points per game. Dr. Dre plays inside of the gymnasium here tonight. This is some old school stuff as we get set for boys high school basketball tonight. Hope you're locked and loaded and ready. We sure are. That puts a cap on the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location, 701-852-1700. They bring you the pregame show tonight that closes up now as we are underway. Jason Sharpie, the referee, threw the ball in the air. Minot High wins the first tip of the night, and guess who? Jackson Gunville from downtown hits early out of the ball game. He came down after taking the opening tip, and he put it up from outside the arc. Minot High leads 3-0. St. Mary's with the basketball. They work it around the perimeter now. St. Mary's controlling here again in those blue uniforms with the silver trim. Outside the arc, here's Jackson Wiseman. He works it back up top. Evan Gross handles. Crashing towards the lane with the basketball. Spin move from Euler. He puts up a little jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Minot High's Easton Larson. And Gunville's got it again. Here's Gunville for the Magi. Gunville takes it towards the rack. Ball was knocked out of bounds. So Minot High will inbound underneath the St. Mary's basket here with 17 minutes and 7 seconds to play in our first half. Minot High leads 3-0. Deontay Martinez inside to Larson. Spin move, he's in the paint. Now the ball's going to be stripped. Larson almost gets it back, but here comes St. Mary's back the other way with the charge. The other way is Wiseman. He puts it up. Going to the deck was Lentz. No call on the play, and Deontay Martinez carries the ball back to the other end of the floor. Martinez from 8 feet away popped it up, but it went off the front of the rim, and then it bounced out of bounds. Last touch by the Magi. Here's St. Mary's with the inbound. This is Euler that carries it up the floor for the Saints. Euler dished it off to Wiseman. They play catch with it back and forth. Now Euler's got it again outside the arc. Here's Wiseman with the basketball. Wiseman back up top. They're going to throw the ball back over the timeline. It will be an over and back violation on St. Mary's, so Minot High will get the ball back with 16:26 to play in a 3-0 first half with the Magi on top here tonight. Special thanks to our good friends at 701 Realty, bringing you tonight's opening tip-off at Minot High Magicians basketball. 701 Realty. Let Andrew and McKenna Goodmanson make your experience a positive one. Get a hold of 701 Realty today if you're buying or selling a home. Well, Deontay Martinez making his home on the score sheet. He had 38 against Bismarck High last week. He's got 2 here tonight. Minot High's got a 5-0 lead after that layup from Martinez. Ball's handled by St. Mary's. They work it outside the perimeter. Handling down with it is Wiseman. He kicks it back outside, thinking about the 3 was Armstrong to the corner. Open from 3-land. Gross puts it up. Rebound pulled down by Larson, and here come the Magi. Gunville over the timeline with it. Gunville, he crashes towards the rack, puts it off the glass, hit in. Well, Jackson Gunville can shoot it. He's good on the dribble drive as well. He's going to go to the charity stripe for the old-fashioned 3-point play. Foul was charged on Jackson Euler, his first personal, first foul of the ball game. Here's Gunville from the free throw line. First attempt from the charity stripe is good. He shoots 85% from there. And Minot High leads 8-0 with the basketball. This is Wiseman. He pops from just inside the arc. Nice shot for Wiseman, and Jackson Wiseman has his first 2 points of the ball game, and St. Mary's is on the board. Here's Deontay Martinez. Dribbles outside the arc. Martinez kicks it outside. Lentz, he dribble drives, puts it towards the rack. That one without the backboard. It bounced just off the back of the rim into the possession of the Saints, and they pull it down and bring it back to the other end of the floor. With the ball is Wiseman. He gets it back now. Wiseman to the corner. Jump shot. That one just a bit too short. Larson pulls it down. And Deontay Martinez starts the rush for the Magi. Now Easton Larson underneath the rack from Martinez. And Larson has 2 points here tonight. 10-2, Minot High on top early in the ballgame. 14:50 to play in the first half. Saints from the right to the left on your radio dial tonight. They control the basketball. Outside the arc with Evan Gross. Kicked it back over to Wiseman. He almost lost his footing. Nike shoes came in handy there. They're white Nikes with pink Nike logos on them tonight in support of Pink Night. Shot clock down to 4. Wiseman's got it. He's way outside the arc. Martinez all over him at the buzzer for the shot clock. 3 attempt was put up but no good from Pitts. Ball went out of bounds on St. Mary's, so the Magi get the ball back. Well, this is a St. Mary's team that has a rich tradition from the capital city. 3 state championships. Their last, however, was in 2004. They won the region back in 2013, so they've been relevant. This year just hasn't quite been their year. Jackson Gunville from 4 feet behind the arc hits another for 3. St. Mary's coming in tonight at 4-10, 4-11 overall. Number 8 in the West. They've got a big fight to take on Minot High tonight, especially with Gunville hitting 3-pointers. He hits another one. 12 points for Jackson Gunville. We're not even 4 minutes into it. Minot High on top and cruising. It's 16-2. The Magi are rolling tonight. This is Minot High Magicians basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events.
Jackson Gunville's got off for 12 early in the ball game. Minot High leads 16-2. St. Mary's with possession of the basketball. Around the perimeter from Pitts. They work it back up top. It comes back up to Pitts outside the arc, right side. Drives it towards the lane. Lentz had the nice defense. Comes back up to Wiseman. Wiseman spin move. Martinez all over him. He turned over the basketball. Magi with John Butts, and they bring it to the other end of the floor. Deontay Martinez dribble drive, moves it to the hoop. Oh, what a move! Deontay Martinez, little crossover. He went to the right hand, back to the left, laid it up, and with finesse put it through the hole. Minot High leads 18-2. We're gonna have a foul now charged on the Magi. Falls on Minot High's Deontay Martinez, his first personal, first team foul on the Magicians. Boy, that move from Deontay Martinez was absolutely fantastic. Good enough for a spot on the highlight reel if you're taking notes of this one here tonight. 18-2, Minot High has the lead. St. Mary's with the basketball. Wiseman underneath the rack. He throws it out towards center court. Picked up here by Pitts. And Connor Pitts handles the basketball back to Wiseman. Man-to-man defense from Minot High. Wiseman off to the corner, near side. Rourke back up top. Gunville took it away from him. Gunville from three-land, way downtown. Just missed, bounced up off the rack. It hit the shot clock, so a stop in the play and the ball ruled out of bounds. Well, Jackson Gunville, 3-6-9. Then he's added the two-pointer. That's 11. And one from the charity stripe. That's 12 here tonight. One of the all-time best for the Magi. He was honored at the start of the game tonight. He's got the green light to shoot the lights out of the gym here tonight against St. Mary's. Wiseman off to the corner, handled again by Pitts on the right side. Triple team down low was Connor Pitts, the 6-foot-tall senior. Jason Sharpie says there's a foul on the play, and it's on Minot High's John Butts. Second team foul on the Magi. That will send Connor Pitts to the charity stripe. He shoots 33% from the free throw line. His first one is up and in. St. Mary's has gone 2 and 3 in their last 5 games. Pitts on his second attempt, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rourke. He kicks it back outside. Wiseman thought about the deep three. Wiseman crashes towards the rack, too hard off the rim. And charge was called on Jackson Wiseman. It will be his first personal. Magi fans like that one. St. Mary's fans think otherwise. Minot High will inbound underneath their basket. Full court press is on. Gunville's got it. With the duties of guarding him right now is Isaac Armstrong. No thanks, but Armstrong with some help now. He's got the help of Sefner. Underneath the rack, Gunville off the glass, left hand, put it in. Well, Gunville, man amongst boys here in this one tonight. He signed to play at Minot State University. He'll play college ball for the Beavers. They've got a good one coming. Deep three attempt from Wiseman. Rolled in, then out a frustrating one there for the senior from St. Mary's. Ball pulled back down by Gunville. He goes to the other end of the floor, kicks it outside, three attempt. Shot was up, no good from Descent. Rebound pulled down, Descent's got it underneath the rack in the paint. A jump ball will be called. And who's got the arrow? It's St. Mary's. Well, we talk about St. Mary's sitting at 2 and 3 in their last 5. There have been 3 and 7 in their last 10. It's been a bit of a rough patch here in 2020 for the Saints. The other hand, Minot High's got the opposite record. They're 7 and 3 in their last 10, 3 and 2 in their last 5. Losses to Mandan and Bismarck High, and they put it on Turtle Mountain the other night. Third time this year that the Magicians have racked up over 100 points. Basketball controlled by the Saints. Offensive zone, right side. Rourke at the elbow. Shot clock's at 5. Spin move away from Pitts. Puts it up. Rebound pulled down by the Magi. And to the other end of the floor with Caden Johnson and Deontay Martinez. Martinez to the corner. Delivered over here to Descent. Here's the runner. He puts that one up and in. Minot High in the driver's seat tonight. They clicked the turbos on from the start tonight. They lead 22-3. It's a beatdown right now. St. Mary's trying to see if they can find an answer. Connor Pitts dribbles the basketball. Make that Wiseman. Kicked it outside to Armstrong. Armstrong, here's the move. Dished off right at Ash. There's a big stuff right in the way. Caden Johnson says, not in my house. Here comes Deontay Martinez. Other end of the floor. Layup is good. 24-3, Minot High on top with the basketball. The Saints and Rourke handle here. Rourke outside the arc. He dribbles and dishes across to Jackson Wiseman. Averaging 17 points per game for the senior. He's 5'11". Here's an attempt from the outside. Here's a three-pointer, and Isaac Armstrong for the Saints hits from downtown. His first points of the ball game are a three-pointer, and St. Mary's has 6 on the board now. Minot High leading 24-6. With the basketball, the Magi handled. John Butts kicks it up top from descent. Here's Deontay Martinez. Man, is he athletic. Put up the shot. He was fouled on the play. He'll see 2 shots coming his way. Foul was on number 33, Sefner. That's his first personal. Team foul number 4 on the Saints. So here's Deontay Martinez at the charity stripe. His first free throw of the night. He hits from there. Well, a handful checking in for Minot High. Gunville checks in with Derry Lentz. Also checking in is Easton Larson. Deontay Martinez is out there for Minot High. Tucker Olson out there as well for the Magi. Second attempt from Martinez was no good. Ball was pulled down by the Saints. That was Bader. Up top it goes to Wiseman. Offensive zone, the ball worked around the perimeter. Here's Wiseman, crashes towards the rack. Ball is going to be loose there. Comes back outside, 3 attempt. Bader almost hit from downtown, just a bit off the mark. Rebound pulled down by the Magi. Here's Gunville back to the other end of the floor. Gunville, side of the hoop, underneath the rack. Put this one up, bounces around, count it. Easton Larson's got 4 in the ball game. Jason Sharpie right at the baseline. The official says that's good enough for the old-fashioned three-point play. The foul was charged on number 42 of St. Mary's. That's Zach Haas, sending Larson to the line, and Larson doesn't miss. 67% from him on the season. And Minot High's free throw shooting has been good at 68% on the year collectively. With the basketball, St. Mary's controls the other end of the floor. It's 28-6 with 9 on the dot left in the first half. Shot was up, but no good. Rebound pulled down by Minot High. Martinez off to the corner for Lentz. Lentz looks for the outlet, finds Martinez. He goes all the way across the umbrella up top. 3 attempt off the mark. Rebound pulled down. Martinez was in there, but with the quick hands and taking it away, the leader for the Saints, Wiseman. Wiseman crashes towards the rack. Oh, he delivers down low onto the fingertips of Zach Haas, and Haas has his first 2 points of the ball game. 28-8 to 20-point lead for Minot High. 8 minutes, 26 seconds left here in the first half. Lentz crashes through the lane on the dribble drive. He stopped, tried to pop it, but the ball was knocked out of his hands, and St. Mary's has the ball back. Here's Wiseman controlling the basketball over the timeline. Dished off to the corner, handled down by Bader. Bader's back up top around the arc. It goes to Euler. Euler's on the left side now, back up top to Wiseman. Wiseman dribbles with Martinez all over him. Spin move. Wiseman back up top. Handled here by the Saints. 4 on the shot clock. Shot was off the mark. Rebound pulled down. Euler. Euler stuffed at the rack. And Easton Larson put the hands up. In your face, he says, so the ball will belong to Minot High after the stuff. The shot clock violation was there on the Saints. 7:46 to play here in half number 1. Minot High's up 28-8. Handled down by Gunville, offensive zone. Gunville on his way to the rim was fouled on the play. Falls on number 11. Jackson Euler, second personal. 15th foul now on St. Mary's. Euler checks out, Armstrong checks in. Martinez off the inbound, put it to Gunville. He put it off the backboard. It was no good on the play. Wiseman's got the ball again here for St. Mary's. Wiseman hands it off to Bader. Bader goes towards the rack on the left side. Now he kicks it up top with the basketball's Armstrong. He sweeps it back outside the arc down to Evan Gross. Evan Gross just inside the arc, put it up, no good. Rebound pulled down. Here's Minot High's Gunville. Other end of the floor, Gunville tried to deliver that one across. Look out, Gunville went for a ride. He ended up on his backside, sliding out of play. So Minot High will have an opportunity here with the basketball underneath the rack as Isaac Armstrong charged with his first personal 16th foul here on St. Mary's. Basketball controlled by John Butts from the corner. Johnny Butts put it up, but no good. Rebound pulled down by the Saints. Wiseman across the timeline. Wiseman crosses over, trying to get around Martinez. He's all over him. Basketball's in the corner for Armstrong. From way downtown, unable to hit. Here's Martinez again. He'll go coast to coast with it. Finds the outlet. Johnny Butts on the left side. Around the perimeter, back to Gunville. Now inside to Larson. And Larson's called with the travel, so St. Mary's gets the ball back. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left here in the first half. Minot High leads this one 28-8. 10-4 in the West are the Magi. They're currently tied for second in the West region. It's going to be a dogfight down the stretch. Top 7 teams only separated by a few points. Don't you love tournament time? It's right around the corner. Back up top. All alone from three land. That one went in, then out for Jackson Wiseman. Back the other way. Here's Deontay Martinez. He stops and pops, rolls off the front of the rim. Last touched here by Minot High. And they're going to say there's a foul on the play as well. It's Easton Larson that's charged with his first personal. That's the third team foul on Minot High. Easton Larson, the 6'5" senior. 5 points in the ball game. He leads the Magi in the rebounding department, 8.1 rebounds per game. We talked to Dean Winchesky, the head coach of the Magi, and the importance of rebounding each and every night. It's kind of a given, but when you look at what Minot High's been able to do on the boards, out-rebounding their opponents by 100+ on the year, they go against St. Mary's tonight that have been out-rebounded the wrong way, 139 rebounds on the season. I asked how important that factor was tonight, and that stat line is. Said the first half of basketball, that rebound game is so huge. Downtown shot, Jackson Wiseman hits for three. 28-11. Minot High on top in this one. We're down to 5:22 left in the first half. Magi with the basketball. Deontay Martinez at the elbow. Now he works it back up top. Johnny Butts with it in the corner. Descent worked it around. Here's Martinez, put it in, and he gets fouled on the play. Well, Deontay Martinez, 9 so far in the ball game. He was fouled on the play by Wiseman. His second personal sends Martinez back to the line where he's got 1 for 2 here tonight. Martinez averaging 14 points per game. Had the season high the other night of 38. Never easy to do that against Bismarck High, and he did it in their venue, by the way. He hits his free throw, and Minot High's got a 20-point lead. It's 31-11. With the basketball, Saints have control, and Armstrong outside the arc, handling here now with it. Back up top, this is Wiseman. Wiseman dribbles with Martinez out of the screen was set. Here's the shot, and Wiseman doesn't miss. 7 on the night for Jackson Wiseman. It's 31-13. Minot High on top with 4.5 to play in the first half. With the basketball, the Magi looking to regain control. The ball was taken away there. Tucker Olson lost a handle on it. Wiseman's underneath the rack, other end of the floor. Oh, he missed the gimme. Ball rolled out to Minot High, goes back the other way with Gunville. Gunville underneath the rack, shot goes up, can't quite get it to fall, does Descent. He is fouled on the play, so Descent will go to the charity stripe. Ball's on number 42. That's Zach Haas, his second personal. 18 fouls so far on St. Mary's here in the first half. And Minot High doesn't need any more favors than they've already got in the ball game. They lead 31-13. Here's the 6'2" freshman for Minot High from the stripe. Hits the second one. Derek Descent's got a bright future for the Magi without a doubt. They're going to be good again next year, are the Magi. It's a team that last year didn't perform the way they would have liked to. 2020 has been a much better season for them. Here's the turnaround attempt up, and nothing but net from Isaac Armstrong. Armstrong put that one through the hoop. His first field goal tonight. He did hit from outside the arc. He's got 5 in the ball game. Here's Deontay Martinez off to the corner. Lentz is open from three land. That shot was off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Wiseman, and here comes Wiseman back across the timeline. From the charity stripe, stops and pops. Rebound pulled down to Set, and Set goes back off to Martinez. Deontay Martinez right side. He stops from there, pops and scores. And Deontay Martinez has 12 down the ball game for the Magi. 34-15 with 3:20 left here in the first half. With control of the basketball, this is Evan Gross. Kicks it outside. Armstrong's got it there. He's on the right side. In the corner, here's the attempt from Tuland. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Magi. Martinez on the Sefner miss. Martinez to the other end of the floor. Ball's knocked out of his hands. And Minot High will get the ball back underneath the St. Mary's hoop. Gunville's going to check out. Gunville checks in. Martinez checks out. Into the ball game. Leading scorer for the Magi, but the attempt that came up wasn't from him. It was from Lentz, and Lentz was off the mark. St. Mary's controls the board. They bring it back over half court. Wiseman dished it off here, went away to Evan Gross. Gross is outside the arc, finds the open Armstrong from the corner. That ball up for three, no good. Descent pulls down the rebound, and here come the Magi. With it is Gunville. Gunville's got it over the timeline. Minot High's court's got the Magician emblem right at center court, not the big M, just the actual Magician logo. Ball is going to be put out of bounds by Minot High on the rebound attempt. That one knocked out by Caden Johnson. Easton Larson checks back in for Minot High. Lentz checks out of the ball game. Evan Gross checks out for St. Mary's. Carson Rorick checks in for St. Mary's. 2:23 left to the first half. 34-15. Minot High on top. With the basketball controlling are the Saints around the perimeter. Here was Sefner. Dishes down to Wiseman. Oh, big collision underneath the Minot High hoop. The set was railed there by Wiseman. There is a whistle on the play. We'll wait and see if there's a foul here. It is. Third personal on Wiseman. That's not good for the Saints. Conversation with the official and Brent DeCook, the head coach of St. Mary's. He doesn't like the call. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the first half. 34-15. Minot High on top of St. Mary's as Gunville has the basketball. Stick around for our First International Bank and Trust halftime report. Full recap of this one. We'll look around the state as well. With the basketball for the Magi. Caden Johnson underneath the rack. Reverse underneath, and Johnson picks up his first two of the ball game. 36-15. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in the first half. It's been all Minot High here tonight. They have dominated right off the opening tip-off where Gunville hit from three. They haven't looked back. Basketball controlled by the Saints outside the arc. Carson Rorick handling here. Rorick making the move on Johnny Bunce. Dished off to the corner. Back over it comes now Armstrong. Nice move right to the left of the paint. Armstrong has a reverse, puts it off the glass and in. Armstrong now the ball game has 7. He leads St. Mary's. 1 minute, 18 seconds left in the first half. 36-17. Three attempt for Minot High was no good. Ball was pulled down, thrown out to half court, and then Gunville jumped up 3 feet in the air to intercept. Then he goes to the other end of the floor, and Gunville hits for three. Jackson Gunville from downtown. That's his fourth three-pointer here tonight with the basketball. This is Armstrong. He dishes off over to the right side, brings it back to the left, outside the arc, three attempt. Rorick, he hits from downtown. Carson Rorick's first points of the game are a three-pointer. Other end of the floor, Larson puts up the shot, but he's charged with the offensive foul. So St. Mary's gets the ball back. That's the 15th foul on Minot High. 34.9 seconds to play in the first half. It's 39-20. St. Mary's from the right to the left on the radio dial here tonight. They bring it that way right now here with Jackson Euler. Euler, crossover move, dished off to Armstrong, guarded there by Martinez. Armstrong back over to the corner where he delivers to Pitts. Final 20 seconds of the first half. Shot clock's at 14. With the basketball, this is Carson Rorick. at the elbow, handling now. This is Sefner, taken away by the Magi. Cut him down, kids. We're at 9, 8, 7. We're at 6. Now 5. Gunville's going to look for the last shot. Deep NBA 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound put up. Just rolls around. And Deontay Martinez gets that one to fall off the Gunville miss. And Deontay Martinez ends the half with the 41st point of the ball game for the Magi. They lead 41-20 here this West Region affair. Nothing but magicians on the offensive side here tonight. They lead by 21 at the break. First International Bank and Trust intermission report comes up next. You're listening to Minot High Magicians Basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events.
Planet Pizza. Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions event management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit ProStyleProduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knott. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit MinotHockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Hulberg.
Well, off the opening tip tonight, Minot High's Jackson Gunville went down to the offensive side of the floor and stopped and popped. He hit for three, and Minot High put it into overdrive right out of the gate here tonight. Minot High leads at the break 41-20. This is the First International Bank and Trust Intermission Report. Big thank you to First International Bank and Trust, proud member of the Minot community. First International Bank and Trust supports all of the Minot High Magicians athletics, but Jets as well. First International Bank and Trust is a proud member of the Minot community. We stay true to our values by encouraging our staff to spend more time with family. By doing so, we spend more moments living in the moment. Member FDIC, live first. Scoring recap in the first half looks like this. Leading the way for St. Mary's with 7, Jackson Wiseman and Isaac Armstrong. They each contributed 7 in the first half. Carson Rorick had a 3-pointer. Connor Pitts had 1 point from the free throw line. That's how you get to the 20 that St. Mary's has. 7 and 7 from Armstrong and Wiseman. 3 from Carson Rorick. Connor Pitts with the 1. And St. Mary's with 20 here in the first half. For Minot High, they're led in the first half by Jackson Gunville. 17 for him. Gunville has been sensational again tonight for Minot High. 17 in the first half. Deontay Martinez had 14 in the first half. Minot High also had scoring from Derek Descent. He had 3. Caden Johnson had 2. 5 for Easton Larson. And that's the scoring for Minot High in the first half. That's how they get to 41. Well, it will be interesting to see what will happen with Minot High's Jackson Gunville and as he continues to track down the all-time points lead at Minot High School. That's going to be hard to do. Matt Whitwer holds that record right now for Minot High School. And Whitwer's a player that had 1,356 from the years 1999 to 2003. I had the pleasure of watching Matt Whitwer play, and that was my junior year of high school. Talking to Dean Winchesky before the game tonight. That's back at the auditorium. When Minot High used to play in the Odd, you'd head over there. That place would be packed, especially on a night like this, a Friday night. That place would be full almost to the brim. Matt Whitwer was putting on shows back then. He's the all-time career leader at Minot High. Zach Galgi with 1,298. He graduated in 08. Kirk Mundy graduated in 78. He had 1,215. Kenny Younger back in 96 had 1,195. Bart Manson with 1,088 to 91. Gunville's going to pass that. Wayne Whitty in 1973 had 1,086. Ross Manson had 1,031 in 1989. So Gunville's going to make his way almost for sure up to at least the top 5 for Minot High all time in career points for the Magicians. Pretty impressive. Records are meant to be broken, aren't they? Fantastic stuff. First half of basketball comes to a close with Minot High on top 41-20. Make sure to head to the Pro Style Production Facebook page and give Pro Style Production Network a like. You can also send in your nomination for Player of the Week. This week's Player of the Week is Deontay Martinez for Minot High basketball. He went head-to-head against Aiden Morelli of Minot High Magicians hockey. Martinez, he gets nominated, and he ends up being our Player of the Week for his 38 points against Bismarck High a week ago. It's the First International Bank and Trust Intermission Report. When we come back, we'll look around the WDA and who's leading the way in the statistical categories. And then we'll get set for our second half of basketball. Minot High leads 41-20. First International Bank and Trust Intermission Report continues when we come back. This is Minot High Magicians Basketball.
I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit minothockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Rouse Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Hulberg.
Both teams back to the floor, warmed up and ready for our second half of this West Region affair tonight. St. Mary's trailing Minot High 41-20 at the break. They'll put a cap on our First International Bank and Trust intermission report. First International Bank is a proud member of the Minot community. We stay true to our values by encouraging our staff to spend more time with family. By doing so, we spend more moments living in the moment. Member FDIC, live first. Well, Minot High with a 21-point lead at the half. Big thanks to Jackson Gunville, currently sitting third in all scoring average in the West Region of North Dakota high school basketball. Scumberg from Jamestown averaging just about 27 a game. Krenz from Dickinson averaging just about 25 per game. Gunville trying to change the outcome here tonight and those personal stats. He continues to rack them up. We're underway for our second half. Minot High from the right to the left for the second half. Left to the right for the St. Mary's Saints. And with the basketball, it's the Saints with control as Wiseman crossed the timeline with it. Handling now is Evan Gross. Back to Wiseman. Sends it into the paint with the basketball. This is Haas. Back over to the corner. Wiseman guarded heavily by Martinez. Ball dribbled towards the lane. Here's the foul that will be charged to Pitts. That's going to be an offensive foul. His first personal. First team foul here of the second half. Thanks again for joining us tonight on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network. Pro Style Production happy to announce that we're going to be in all the venues for Minot High Magicians and Magents Athletics. Here's Gunville downtown off the step, put it into the hoop, and Gunville's got another three-pointer tonight. That's 20 points on the night for Jackson Gunville. Kind of off of his back foot, threw it up. Makes it look good. 1 minute into the second half, and Minot High leads 44-20. Wiseman at the other end of the floor, put one up, but no good. Rebound pulled down here by the Magi, but it's taken by the Saints on the giveaway. Here's the attempt, the layup attempt there from Euler, but Gunville had the defense on him, so Martinez pulls down the board. Martinez stops and pops. He was blocked on the play, comes to Lentz. Lentz with a little layup runner, and Derry Lentz has his first 2 points of the ball game. Handling now for the Saints with control is Wiseman. Wiseman off to the top left over to Euler. Euler now center court, brings it back over to the left side. Outside the arc, open look for three. The ball will fall for 23, Evan Gross, but first there's a foul on the play. Tucker Olson's first personal, first team foul of the second half. The shot did not count. 46-20. Minot High on top here. Shot came up, rebound pulled down by the Saints with control now is Haas. Comes back away here with the basketball. The Saints crash towards the rack again. It was Zach Haas off the glass. Rebound pulled down, he missed again. Deontay Martinez handles. Here's Martinez. Little stutter step. He was fouled on the play. And the foul will be on St. Mary's number 5, Connor Pitts, his second personal. Minot High will inbound right in front of the student section that's lively tonight. They're all decked out in pink. Once again, pink night tonight here at Magic City campus. Showing the respect for the battle for cancer. Here's Deontay Martinez. From the elbow, put one up. Bounced off the front of the rim. It was pulled down by the Saints, and they bring it back to the other end of the floor. Here's the shot attempt that was no good. That time from Evan Gross. It was Deontay Martinez in the way of that one again. Gunville way downtown. Shoots, rebound, missed, pulled down here by the Saints, and they bring it back the other way. With control is Wiseman. 5'11" senior for St. Mary's led the way in the first half with 7 points, along with Isaac Armstrong. Now it's Euler. Way outside the arc, it comes back around over to Pitts. Pitts finds the outlet, it's Wiseman again. He's guarded by Lentz. Over to the corner, Gunville gets a hand in the way of that. Look out, Ernie King almost got hit on the sidelines over there. Ernie, a long-time Minot Public Schools teacher. I had the chance to grow up playing sports with Ernie King's son Jordan for quite a while. Played baseball together as kids. He was a heck of a basketball player, a 3-sport athlete for the Magi back in the day. The old man Ernie almost got hit on the sidelines. He's all right. Minot High's got the ball at the other end of the floor with Gunville. Rolls it off the rim and in, and Gunville's got 2 more here tonight. Well, Gunville's camping at the top of the list tonight, setting up shop as the game's top performer right now. He hasn't taken his foot off the gas pedal yet tonight. Minot High leads this one 48-20. 14:35 left here in the ball game. Wiseman's got control of the basketball. Deontay Martinez has given Wiseman fits all night long. Back outside the arc, straightaway attempt from 3 land, counted for Connor Pitts. Nice shot from Pitts. And the lead down to 48-23. Minot High still in the driver's seat. Here's Gunville with the basketball. Gunville dishes inside. Here's Larson. How about the move from Larson? Ball rolled in, then it rolled out. You heard the fans inside of Magic City. They had the same reaction that Larson had. It was in, then out. He was fouled on the play, however. Ball was charged on number 11, Jackson Euler. 3rd personal. Sends Easton Larson to the charity stripe. Here's the shot from Larson. He connects. 2 for 2 here in the ball game. They're making a change to the foul. It's going to be on Connor Pitts instead of Euler. Connor Pitts instead of Euler. That, my friends, is why you don't use a pen on your score sheet. Uh-oh. Second attempt is good for Larson. We'll be just fine. 50-23, the lead for Minot High as Larson hits both of them. Don't forget, if you're buying or selling a home, let 701 Realty's Andrew McKenna Goodmanson make your experience a positive one. Give them a call today at 701 Realty. Visit them online at 701 Realty as well. They are the real deal. They're about as good as Gunville's been tonight. Just about perfect. With the basketball, Saints have possession underneath the Minot High rack. There's going to be a foul charged on the play to Johnny Butts. His second personal. That will be the second team foul on Minot High. That will send number 33, Sefner, to the line. This is the 6'3" sophomore, Britt Sefner. averaging 2.2 points per game. He misses his first attempt of the night from the charity stripe. 13:42 left here in the ball game. Minot High on top, 50-23. Sefner's second attempt doesn't miss. That one's nothing but net. Inbounded here to Gunville. He'll be a Beaver next year for his freshman year of college basketball. Gunville dribble, steps outside, hits from downtown, and Gunville just does not miss. 17 in the first half. He's got 8 here in the second. And it's just underway with 13:15 left in the second half. 53-24, Minot High on top. With the basketball outside the arc, Evan Gross dished it back up top. He gets it again. Gross a runner. Oh, not at my house. Big stuff in your face came from Caden Johnson. Oh my goodness. Gunville, other end of the floor, back to Johnson. Slam-a-jamma, he pounds it home as he hangs on the rim, and Minot High leads 55-24. The big man for the Magi slam dunks that one home. Foul on the play. Foul was on the play, and it's on number 21. Wiseman on the other end of the floor for St. Mary's. That puts him in big-time foul trouble. That's his 4th personal. 4th team foul. Minot High's got the basketball in a 55-24 lead. Martinez worked it up top. Minot High with possession here. Outside the arc, Martinez thought about unloading for 3. St. Mary's takes the ball away. Wiseman, other end of the floor. He puts up the layup, and Wiseman scores. 9 points on the night for Wiseman. How about Caden Johnson, the 6'9" senior, slam-a-jamma, pounded that one home. That was fantastic. Brought the gym to the loudest we've heard it tonight. Deontay Martinez open for 3, just off the mark. Rebound pulled down here by the Saints, and Isaac Armstrong goes to the other end of the floor. Martinez with the defense. The ball goes out of bounds, and Minot High will get the ball back. Wiseman checks out. 40 checks in. That's Bader. Lentz checks in for Minot High, and out checking for the Magi is Cole Broad. Lentz delivers in here to Deontay Martinez. Fans have been at volume here tonight on Pink Night in this West Region affair. Minot High and St. Mary's. With the basketball, the Magi spin move underneath the rack, putting it up and in. Minot High's got 2 more of the ball game now, thanks to Derry Lentz. Other end of the floor, St. Mary's with control of the basketball. They lost the handle on it. There was the foul on the play. My apologies, it was Tucker Olson that had the last 2 for Minot High, not Derry Lentz. It's Tucker Olson that scored. Deontay Martinez charged with the fall here, his 2nd personal, 3rd team foul. That sends Isaac Armstrong to the charity stripe, and he converts. Descent checks out of the ball game for Minot High. Gunville's back in. 25 on the night for Jackson Gunville. From the charity stripe, 2nd one will fall for Isaac Armstrong. 2 for 2 for him from the line. 57-28, Minot High on top. Gunville with the basketball. On the right wing, back up top to Deontay Martinez. Delivers inside to Lentz. Now Larson's got it. Larson stops and pops, puts up the 2-pointer, but first he was charged with the travel. So the ball goes back into the possession of St. Mary's here with 11:21 to play in our second half. Here come the Saints over the half-court line. Bader's got it here for St. Mary's. Dished off to the corner, 3 attempt. Rorick threw it up. Rebound pulled down Lentz. He goes to Martinez, run a gun for the Magi. Back up. This one off the glass and in. Count that one for Tucker Olson. 4 of the ball game off the bench for Olson. Minot High's leads at 59-28 with under 11 to play in the ball game. Handling now, nice move there from Armstrong. Dished it off to the corner, over to Rorick. Back up top, handling here. Dribble, the drive now away, and the shot came up from Armstrong, no good. Martinez runs it to the other end of the floor. Martinez dribbles over to the right corner. Kicked it back up top. Gunville's wide open downtown. He does not miss. My goodness. 7 3-pointers tonight for Jackson Gunville. I don't have the attempts marked down, but it isn't many more than the 7 he's made tonight. He has been in fuego. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left here. The second, 62-28, Minot High on top. Ball will go to bounce. Last touch by Lentz of the Magicians. Checking back into the game is Caden Johnson for Minot High. Checking out is Tucker Olson. Inbounding underneath the rack is Isaac Armstrong for St. Mary's. On the right side of the gym. On the right side of the gym floor, that is, at the baseline. Delivers up top. Carson Rorick's got it. Ball's controlled here by Bader. Off of the corner, Armstrong. Now in the paint. Kicked it back outside. Bader, 3 attempt. Oh, rolled in, then out. That's just the night it's been for St. Mary's tonight. A nice look at the shot, but the ball went in, then out. Meanwhile, Gunville's at the other end of the floor. He's going to jump shot this one in for 2. And Jackson Gunville scores again. Put that on repeat here tonight. Gunville's been good. 17 in the first half. 13 in the second half. 3 attempt from the outside. Carson Rorick hits from downtown. Brenton Cook wants to call a timeout. We'll do the same thing. Minot High's cruising tonight. They lead 64-31. This is Minot High Magicians basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Hulberg.
9:23 is what remains on the clock here in the second half. The Magi from Minot High have a 64-31 lead. If you're just joining us tonight on the Pro Style Production Network, thanks for joining us. If you're a first time listener here tonight, welcome aboard. PSP Network is the new home for Minot High Magicians and Magents Athletics. Deontay Martinez had the shot that rolled in, then out. On the rebound attempt, there was a foul called on Caden Johnson. The 6'9" senior charged with his first personal. That's the 4th team foul on the Magi. With possession now, St. Mary's and Euler. Euler handles. Deontay Martinez takes it away. Martinez has Gunville with him. Here's Gunville off the glass. Martinez on the rebound. Second attempt. Rebound is there. Then on the other side, it's taken away by Wiseman. He goes to the other end of the floor, and Wiseman puts it in. Wiseman gets some redemption on Deontay Martinez, who has had him frustrated here tonight. Martinez with the basketball. 64-33, Minot High on top. 8:25 left in the second half. Dished outside. Martinez is open from 3-land. That ball misses. Rebound. Pulled down here by the Saints, and they bring it to the other end of the floor. There's Martinez causing trouble on the defensive side again. Wiseman delivers into the paint. Here's a little shot off the glass and in. And count that one for 42. Zach Haas. 4 points now in the ball game for Haas. 8 on the dot left in the second half. Minot High leading 64-35. Gunville downtown, nothing but net. My goodness, he hits again. 8 3-pointers here tonight for Jackson Gunville. With the basketball now, Wiseman dished it off. Controlling for the Saints, back out to the outside. Here's Euler, right in the lane, rebound pulled down. It's going to be put back up by Haas. It rolls on the rim. Oh, just rolled off, but a foul was going to be called before anyhow, and the Saints will go to the charity stripe with Zach Haas. This will be his first personal. Meanwhile, the foul was charged on Caden Johnson, second personal for the senior for the Magi. That's the 15th foul. And at the line, Zach Haas doesn't miss. Checking out for Minot High comes Easton Larson along with Lentz. Back in for the Magi, Olsen and Descent. At the stripe, Zach Haas will shoot his second one of the night. He's got 5 tonight. Second one was no good, he missed there. Rebound pulled down here by Gunville. Hail Mary pass to the other end of the floor. Look out, Gunville threw it right into the student section. Just a little bit too high for Deontay Martinez to grab that one and reel it in. Minot High cheerleaders got the worst of that situation. The ball went flying into the student section. 7:13 left here in our second half. 67-36. Minot High on top. Boisterous crowd here tonight. Minot High's gymnasium. And the St. Mary's fans have something to cheer about. That's a three-pointer for number 15 for the Saints. I don't have him on my list. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you who it is. That's Salway that just hit the 2. Other end of the floor, Martinez hits again. First points of the second half for Deontay Martinez. 16 now in the ball game. 6:35 left here in the second half. 69-38, Minot High on top. Salway, another attempt to make that Wiseman. Wiseman puts that one through the hoop. Wiseman's got 2 more. 6 of the second half. He had 7 of the first half for a team high 13 tonight. Martinez had the basketball. Dean Winchesky giving Martinez an earful right now. Minot High will turn the ball over. Wiseman with the basketball for St. Mary's. Crashes towards the rack. Descent ended up on the ground. There was some crashing in the paint. 2 shots coming. Foul was called on number 23 of Minot High. Deontay Martinez, 3rd personal. 7th team foul on the Magicians. That sends Wiseman to the charity stripe. Wiseman hasn't been here yet tonight, but he does shoot 63% from the line. He hits the first. Evan Gross checks into the ball game, as does 33 Sefner. Out checks number 11 Euler. Also checking out is Zach Haas. Meanwhile, Wiseman prepares for his second from the line. Ball's up, no good. Rebound pulled down there by the Magi. And it's Deontay Martinez that handles here. Martinez outside the arc, kicked it over to the corner. Minot High with the basketball. Dribble drive to the lane. Rebound's going to be pulled down by the Magi outside to Descent. And Descent kicks it off Martinez. Martinez charged with a travel. And the ball will go back into the possession here of St. Mary's. 69-41, Minot High on top. We're down to 5:50 left here in our second half. Join KMOT TV Sports Director Ben Barr for all the highlights of this one tonight. KMOT TV, NBC, not only your local sports, your only local news in the Magic City. Ben was here with the camera. You'll see the highlights of this one tonight. St. Mary's trying to make some more highlights right now. They trail in the ball game big time, 69-41. They throw the ball away at the baseline. So Minot High will inbound underneath their own hoop. Full court pressure's on from the Saints. Looking at a Minot High team that, again, in the last 10 games has gone 7-3. Lost to Bismarck High. They had a loss to Mandan as well, one that they would like to have back. Ball went out of bounds on the Magicians. They touched it last. And the Saints get the ball back here underneath the Minot High hoop. Wiseman to inbound. Kicked off to the near side. Wiseman gets it back. Thought about 3. Now he's going to shoot from there. Wiseman hits from downtown. Second 3-pointer of the night. Johnny Butts to inbound from Minot High, looking for Martinez. Now he delivers in. And it's Tucker Olson that's got the basketball. There's a timeout on the floor. We'll regroup as well at 69-44. St. Mary's has some fight left in the dog with 5:11 left in the second half. They still trail 69-44. This is Minot High Magicians basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Rouse Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events.
Minot high off the inbound, trying to cross over half court, taken away here by St. Mary's at the other end of the floor. The shot attempt was up. It did not fall, but the foul was charged to Johnny Botts, his third personal, 8th team foul. That will send Sefner to the charity stripe here for the Saints. 5:04 left in the second half. Sefner fires that one up and bounced off the back of the rim, went straight in the air, then fell through the hole. Out from Minot High goes Johnson, checking back in as Larson. Sefner's now hit 2 of 3 in the ball game tonight here for St. Mary's. Britt Sefner, the 6'3" sophomore. Second attempt at this trip is good. Here's Gunville from Minot High. He crosses half court with it. Botts delivers over, crashing towards the rack, putting it up and in. Counted for Tucker Olson. He's got 2 more in the ball game. Total of 6 tonight for the Magi. 71-46. We're down to 4:48 left in the ball game. Minot High dominating here tonight. Gunville's got the ball back thanks to the rebounding there of Easton Larson. Gunville outside the arc. Look out. Ankle looked like it took a funny bend there. Rebound is... Actually, the ball is going to be thrown underneath the rack. Then it was tossed around. Out of play it goes. So Minot High will get the ball back. 4:33 left here in the second half. 71-46. Minot High on top. Gunville will inbound to Martinez. At the arc, the ball goes from the top of the key back into the student section. It went off of a fingertip there on the stingy defense from Pitts. Inbounding now to the left of the basketball hoop is Gunville. Calls out the shots, gets it to Martinez. Man, is he quick and fun to watch. Martinez off to Gunville. Here's Gunville, thought about the 3 from downtown. Dished inside, Easton Larson. Kicks it back up top, all alone. Johnny Butts for 3, missed. Rebound pulled down by the Saints. They bring it back the other way. St. Mary's isn't done yet tonight. Here's Wiseman. He shoots from 3-land, that ball off the mark. Just a bit shy. Hit the front of the rim, and then it went out of bounds. So Minot High will get the ball back. 4:05 left here in the ball game. 71-46. Olson with 2 for Minot High. And then the shot came up. It was put in here for St. Mary's at the other end of the floor by Garrett Bader. Deontay Martinez underneath the rack. Easton Larson puts that one up and in. 2 more for Larson. 3:30 left here in the ball game now. Minot High up 75-48. Larson was fouled on the play. He's got a chance at the old-fashioned 3-point play. And Easton Larson will have the attempt. Jackson Gunville untucks the jersey. Looks like his night's going to be done for the Magi. Johnny Butts also checking out. Foul was charged to Salway, his first personal. Larson connects for the Magi. He's 4 for 4 tonight from the charity stripe. And Minot High leads this one 76-48. We're down to 3:20 left here in the ball game. Saints working around up top with the basketball. This is Pitts off to the corner. Handling now is Rorick. Make that Salway. Salway's on the floor. Ball's going to come free. Minot High's got it here with Easton Larson. Larson worked back over to Michael Ross. Now handling for the Magi with it is Deontay Martinez. Back off to Ross in the corner. Kicked up top to Martinez. Martinez off to the corner where it's handled here by Johnson. Shot tipped was up but no good. There is a whistle on the play, and we're going to see a whole bunch of substitutes coming into the ball game. Ball was charged at Minot High's Easton Larson. Well, these JV teams matched up earlier on tonight. Minot High JV won 58-49. That was a dogfight in itself. See some players that had some minutes in the JV game earlier on tonight on the floor. Control of the basketball here for the Saints with possession. Outside the arc, working it around Garrett Bader. Bader delivered off. Bader's got it again. That's Ben Mormon. Shot clock at 2. Minot High's going to take the ball away. Shot clock violation would have happened anyway. Caden Johnson, other end of the floor, too heavy on the layup. Rebound pulled down here by the Saints. And a stop on the play. Whistle was blown. We'll wait and see what the call is here. Foul is charged to number 32. Make it 42 instead. That's Derek Dissett, his first personal. 10th team foul on Minot High. 2 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the second half of basketball. This one's just about over. 76-48 at this point in the ball game. Minot High on top. At the charity stripe, Garrett Bader hits his first free throw. It's his third point of the night for St. Mary's tonight. Checking out of the ball game for Minot High goes Cole Brown. Into the ball game for Minot High. Our first look tonight at number 44, Chris Slotsky. Meanwhile, Bader misses the second attempt. Rebound pulled down by the Magi. They go back to the other end of the floor with it with Kinchin. We're down to 2 on the dot now to play here in the second half. 76-49, Minot High on top as Michael Ross handles. Dished off, back up top. Kinchin's got it here. Off in the corner. Here's the shot attempt. Big block, and the stuff was there. In the way of that one was Ben Mormon. He said, I don't think so. Well, Mormon on the other side, 6'8". The center's only a sophomore. He got the arms in the way of that one. That's a big kid. Look out for him in the near future here. 1 minute, 50 seconds left in the ball game. Referees are trying to have a conversation here, looking for Mitch Lundy, the athletic director, inside the Minot High gymnasium here. The student section has caused some trouble, apparently. Some students may be having too much fun here tonight, possibly. Looks like a few young gentlemen are going to leave the ball game here tonight underneath the stands. Far side of the court. Ball went out of bounds. Minot High is going to inbound the ball back underneath the St. Mary's rack. When the ball went out of bounds, there was some sort of altercation with what looks to be some students from Minot High School that now have a conversation with Mitch Lundy, the athletic director, and company. Mitch Lundy walking a student out to the ball game now, asking him to politely remove himself from the venue. Now there's a jump ball that will be called, so St. Mary's gets the ball back. Mitch Lundy looks like he's walking out to the concession stand, maybe for a hot dog and a Coke. No idea what's going on here. Ball controlled by St. Mary's. They've got it. And up and in it goes to Ben Mormon. He's got his first 2 points of the night. 1 minute, 33 seconds left here in the ball game. Basketball goes out of bounds. 76-51, Minot High on top. Minot High will inbound the basketball on the far sideline. Ball dished in. Handled here by the Magicians. They've got control of it. Outside to Cade Butts. Dish down low. Minot High with possession still. Another big stop there from the 6'8" tall Ben Mormon from Bismarck St. Mary's. It's almost not even fair. 6'8", you can see it. That is a big gentleman. Minot High will inbound the basketball. We're down to 1 minute 15 left in the ball game. From the corner, here's the move off the glass. Oh, it just missed. Mormon and the juke there that came in on the feet from Slotsky. He got around him. That's why the crowd came to volume, but he missed on the layup attempt. Slotsky's got it back. He's guarded by the big man Mormon. With the basketball now, it's controlled here by Minot High's Michael Ross. Ball goes away here to St. Mary's. They've got control of it. Comes back to the other end of the floor. How about that move off the front of the rack? Just missed on the attempt from Garrett Bader. Jason Sharpie right there. He's going to say the ball went out of play last on St. Mary's, so Minot High will inbound. 42 seconds left here in the ballgame. 76-51, Minot High will prevail tonight. This will be region win number 11 on the year. 3 attempt from the corner. Tegan Kitchen hits from downtown. That brings the fans to volume here tonight. 79-51, shot clock is off. St. Mary's with possession. Handling now is Bader. Dished off here to the near side. This is Rourke that's got a deep 3-ball for Rourke. Just off the mark. Rebound pulled down here. Minot High's going to have control only momentarily. Ball fired back into play. Final 5 seconds left in the ball game. Minot High will just take the air out of it. They win tonight. 79-51 is the final tonight. Minot High with the win. Pro Style Production post-game shows around the corner. We'll have the full recap, the scoring recap, and our Minot's finest collision center stars of the game tonight. We'll also look around the region and see what that does for the standings. And we'll shake it up just a bit here tonight. Minot High wins. Final is 79-51. Let's head to the Pro Style Production post-game show. This is Minot High Magicians basketball.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza.
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions event management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit ProStyleProduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Hulberg.
Minot High's got 3 in double digits tonight. St. Mary's only has one tonight that gets over the 10 limit here tonight. Minot High wins this one 79-51 of this West Region affair. With the win tonight, that improves Minot High's record to 11-4 in West Region play, 12-4 now overall. It's St. Mary's on the other side that falls to 5-11 on the year and 5-12 overall. They came in as the number 8 seed tonight. Minot High came in tied for second inside of the WDA standings, and with the win tonight, that will bump Minot High into a tie for first place with with Jamestown as it sits right now. Bismarck High and Mandan right there with Minot with 10 conference wins. It's going to be a dogfight down the stretch, plain and simple. Hang on tight. This is going to be fun to see what happens come tournament time right around the corner. About a month left of the basketball season, and a state champion will be crowned. Will it be Minot High for the 18th time, the most in North Dakota high school basketball history, that picks up another one 18 times, or are they going to stay at 17 for another year? There's a team that can do it. It looks like this Magicians team definitely has some of the assets that it takes to be able to do that, including three-point shooting from Jackson Gunville. My goodness, he went off tonight, 33. He had the game high tonight. Here's the scoring recap first for St. Mary's before we talk about the Magi and Gunville, who had the game high here tonight. Carson Rorick for St. Mary's had 5. Connor Pitts had 4. 9 for Isaac Armstrong. 3 for Britt Sefner. 5 for Zach Haas. 2 for Salway. Ben Mormon had 2. And they were led tonight, St. Mary's was, by Jackson Wiseman. 14 points, 7 in the first half, second in the second half. 14 tonight for Wiseman. And man, he had a busy night trying to contend with Deontay Martinez, who had some of the best defense we've seen in a while. The athletic Martinez frustrated Wiseman tonight. The 14 that he had should be marked on the calendar. I did this the night that the kid from Minot High was all over me. He ends up with 14 tonight to lead the way here for St. Mary's. Martinez second in scoring tonight for St. Mary's with 9, followed by the 5 for Haas and 5 for Rorick. For Minot High, they were led tonight by Jackson Gunville with 33. The other two that crossed the 10 mark tonight were Deontay Martinez, who had 16, 14 of which came in the first half. 10 for Easton Larson, 5 and 5 per half. Tegan Kinston had 3. That came in the form of the three-pointer tonight. Derry Lentz ended up with 2. Caden Johnson had 4. Derek DeSent had 3. Tucker Olson ended up with 8. He came off the bench and put in 8 tonight for Minot High, all in the second half. He averages 8 per game. Good to see him picking up 8 here tonight. But again, it was Jackson Gunville, Deontay Martinez, and Easton Larson that led the way. And Jackson Gunville came out of the gates roaring tonight. Shooting the lights out of the gym would almost be an understatement. 79-51. That's the final here tonight. It's time for a Minot's Finest Collision Center Stars of the Game. Minot's Finest Collision Center, proud supporter of all Minot High Magicians athletics. We thank Corey Almy and his staff at Minot's Finest. At Minot's Finest Collision Center, we ensure proper procedures are followed to repair your vehicle so safety features are maintained to keep you and your family safe. We are more than an auto body repair shop. We are Minot's Finest. 701-839-0989. I don't think there's anyone in the gym that could argue tonight that Jackson Gunville isn't the player of the game. The way he shot the basketball tonight was absolutely fascinating. He's going to be selected as our star of the game tonight, brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Jackson Gunville will be our star of the game tonight with 33 points that he had. Star of the game brought to you again, as always, by our friends at Minot's Finest Collision Center. Make sure to head to psp.network. Make sure to head to our Facebook page as well and give psp.network a like on Facebook to stay up to date with all things that involve Minot High Magicians Athletics and Minot State Hockey as well, along with Minot Magets Athletics. Next broadcast for the PSP Network is tomorrow night. It's college hockey. Minot State takes on Williston tomorrow night. Game time 7:30. Blake Friars will have the pregame show for you at 7:15. Broadcast schedule for next week looks like this. Girls basketball versus Legacy on Monday, February 10th, 7:15 Planet Pizza pregame show. Followed by boys hockey versus Williston Tuesday, February 11th. That's senior night for the Magi boys hockey team, 7:10 for the Planet Pizza pregame show. Larry McFall and I will have the call of that one for you there. Then on Valentine's Day, Friday, February 14th, college hockey, Minot State against Colorado. Saturday the 15th, Minot State against Colorado again for the second game of that 2-game series. And then girls high school basketball from right here. It's Watford City taking on Minot High on February 18th. After that, West Region Hockey on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Visit psp.network to stay up to date with all the games that we'll be doing for Minot High Magicians Athletics. Final score tonight, 79-51. Minot High gets the win over St. Mary's tonight. The Magicians are now tied for the top spot inside of West Region play with Jamestown. They look like the real deal tonight from the start. Gunville's the storyline tonight. He had 33. More important, there was a cause tonight. They wore pink uniforms in salute to all those survivors and battlers of the terrible disease cancer tonight. All the proceeds from tonight's game went to Brent DeCook, the St. Mary's head coach. Thoughts and prayers with everyone that battles that terrible disease. 79-51, the Magi get the win. Till tomorrow night when college hockey takes over the Mesa Arena. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Special thanks to Dean Winchesky for stopping by. I'm Nick Hulberg signing off from the Minot High Gymnasium. Magicians win 79-51. On to the next one. Till next time, good night and God bless.